Well, here's a quick look at the E-mini S&P for Monday, April 19th, 2010. Uh, at E-mini Day Trader, we like to use these market profiles, and each market profile is a lettered market profile and a volume profile, and that's the ones I've just pointed to is what occurred today. This market profile and the volume profile here is what occurred overnight, and these two profiles here, the market profile and the volume profile, is what occurred on Friday. So we had suggested that in around the 93 area, 93 to 94 area would likely be resistance. And you can see that early in the day the market did peak at 93.25 and then came all the way down here and tested our support area, which was not only Friday's low, but in around the 85 area. So we had a couple of different areas in here to take a look at to see really could the market hold below 85 and or hold below the low that was formed on Friday, which was 82 and change. And as you can see, when the market did dip below it in the overnight session, it got rejected pretty nicely, came back up here, and then ended up by opening right here during the regular trading hours. And of course, that's 9:30 a.m. Eastern U.S. time, and or New York City time. And you can see here that when the market did open here, this is when it had, from here it actually moved up to make that high at 93.25 and then came all the way down here and not only tested the low that was formed on Friday, but then also came down and tested the low that was formed in the overnight session. However, once that was done, it even did dip into the just below 1180, and that dip there you can see was rejected, and then the market started to be bought up, and it was really bought up for the rest of the day, actually forming new highs for the day. So that kind of rejection is pretty bullish, and we do expect some follow through there. However, we are looking at 1200 as being the next area of resistance, and so we're going to have to monitor that to see if can the market really get above that. Other than that, we'd probably be looking around the 91 area as support should the market pull back to that area. We also like to take a look at these market profiles here, which are from the regular trading hours only. That's from 9:30 a.m. to 4:15 p.m. New York time. And you can see here that the market did continue. It had obviously some follow through from Friday's low here, got rejected, and then went back up. So now as far as our individual trades are concerned, here's our software here. So we actually had 6 trades today, a nice market that moved around a lot and gave us a lot of opportunity today. So our very first trade was actually a long trade when the market rallied up here quickly. So we got long right there, and that was our first trade. It worked out nicely. It moved in our favor 1 3/4 points, so it reached our first 2 objectives. We then had another long trade right in here, and that also reached our first objective but not our second, so it turned out to be a break-even trade. Now we did get stopped out on this third trade, which was a short right in here. So this is the third trade, and it was really unfortunate because we just got nicked by 1 tick before it continued on down. So a little unfortunate on that one. So this first trade was a long trade, the second trade was a long trade, the third trade was a short trade. We made it up nicely off of this little bounce right here where we were able to get short, and this is our 4th trade today, and that was a short trade. We got filled right in here, and it quickly moved down nicely in our favor, almost 4 points, and so easily reaching our first 2 objectives and a gain of 1.25 on the final 1/4 of our position on that trade. We then had 2 other trades, and they were both long trades. So we had a long trade in here and a long trade in here. So this was trade number 5 and trade number 6, and they were both long trades. The first trade here did reach our first objective and then turn around and stop us out. So some of us, depending on, this was one of those trades that if you did adjust your stop accordingly, you would have been able to stay in the trade and reach the first two objective, because as you can see, it did have a nice bounce here. Other than that, it hit our first objective very quickly here, and so some of our traders would have been stopped out on their full position for 3 ticks on that trade. The 6th trade was actually the best trade of the day. We got long in here and it had a really nice rally up. It actually moved in our favor 7.5 points. Was the maximum gain on that trade, and we ended up with plus 6 points on the final partial position on that trade. So that turned out to be the best trade of the day. So we had 6 trades today and a nicely profitable day, and as you can see, the market rallied up there. So we're looking around the 89 to 90 area as likely support, around up here the 1200 area as the next area of resistance. So thanks for taking a look at the video today. Any questions or comments, please get a hold of us at info@eminidaytrader.com, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. We always enjoy hearing your questions or comments. So that'll be it for today, and we'll see you again tomorrow.